TF here, T3 Live, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Wheels in Motion show. And we just poke around a little bit and see things are on the move. It can be a little more difficult with the level of volatility that we're looking at, and that's why we were so short last week. But let's take a look here what we got. So SPY. We go to new highs today, and then we back off, and that's not uncommon at all because we know things are going to go broadening formations. So you're going to take out the higher high, and you're going to take out the lower low, like so, slightly. Not the end of the world because we can expect that. You got exhaustion risk, and every time you go into new highs. So we can remember, been watching this broadening formation, boom, 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 and here you go. Now it comes up into that and takes all that kind of stuff out. We're still inside quarter and up. The month is still bright green. Just exhaustion risk anytime you go into these highs. So we did what we expected to do. The shooter, countered by hammer, goes into the highs slightly and then just stalls out because you're not at the bottom of a triangle when you go into the new highs. But that signal's still in force, so it's always a matter of what's the next two. And so now you got a doji on the day. Which side of that do we take out tomorrow? Do we reconfirm and keep ripping, or do we try and counter and come in here? We'll see. If we go to the QQQ, a little bit less here. So Q's still inside weak. All right, so Q's still have got some work to do up in there. Have not done that, and on the daily are closer to going two down there. So we had the small cappers pick up steam and take care of business. Daily Momo hammer triggers inside month and up. So the good thing about that is this, albeit exhaustion risk, we are inside month to the upside for now. So that's still an actionable signal. That's good. If we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds. The Dow Jones Diamonds are 3-2 on the week. So we want to stay up here, otherwise broadening formation is the outside weak. Comes out here, you can see the slight higher highs, lower lows. If you go to the daily, you're going to see it like this. There it is, bam, 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 bam. Now we're up in here, what's the next two? So when people are like, oh, we're going to fall apart, whatever. If we are, it's going to come back into that 3, 2 down, and come 2 back through this stuff right now. If we hold on the weekly diamonds, it's 3-2 week up above 257.12, so that's the number you want to stay above. So in no particular order, right out the chute. And I know some of this stuff isn't for everybody, but CACC. Let me lock this up here. CACC. And once again, here you go up, triangle them out. You go 2 up, then 1, then the continuation to try and keep this going. As the months go on, you always want to make sure that you're trading something that's bright green on the month, especially when you're in the 20th, 21st, or whatever. You do have exhaustion risk, but you are still weaken up for CACC. If we go to WABA, and this is in the weekend video, RevStrat weaker, takes this out. It's important we're talking on the VTF to understand that although this signal is still in force, all right, that's good. The RevStrat, the 1, 2, 2, is that it did what we wanted it to do. Our objective is to take out this stuff, which it did, because the question is going to be strong enough to take that out. It's also going to form an outside month. So for come September, you got the potential 3-2 there, all right? But it did what we wanted it to do, so it's a matter of continuation, because anytime you take out stuff like that, since we know things trade in broadening formations, you can then redraw like this, here, and here going back, and here's your triangle. So you could go, if you 2 down back into the triangle, that's a problem, because we did what we wanted to do. But a weekly still is in force, and we can watch that with full time frame continuity to the upside for additional signals. Triple D, give me measured move, up sideways, 2, 1, 2, New York to the upside, bright green on the month, and presently inside weekend up. Now once again, the objective was only to take that and that out, which it did. Now this is still in force, doesn't mean it can't keep going, but we're going to continually watch that with full time frame continuity to the upside. SSYS, we can watch that with the Triple D, wasn't inside, goes 2, 2 to the upside. And it's been a long time coming, but you know, the bright green on the month after all this kind of stuff for those guys. Granger, GWW, and this is a 3-2 year-er, and you can see on the month 3-2 month or 3-2 year-er, and going to the highs. So just going to be a little exhaustion risk. So normally you want to come off something like this: 2 up, 2 down, and then right here, bam, right there. All right, so we prefer that, and you can look for that on shorter term time frames when you're going after stuff, because it means you got a reversal, the 2 up, the 2 down, and then the 2 back up. Right here, 2 takes out that side, 2 takes out that side. Right here, boom. Because then your objective is this, this, and that, which you got. Right now you're just a little exhaustion risk. But it is what it is. Snap on SNA. And this thing, we've been watching this for a long time on this big triangle here. Boom, 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 boom here. And now still coming up on this. So it's bright green on the month. It starts off the week green as a 2. It's just some exhaustion risk. So watch for them shorter term reversals that kick back into full time frame continuity to the upside. Disca, nice day. 2 days to start off the week. And the inside week here. 3-1-2 Chicago setup takes all this stuff out, but if you go to the monthly, it's still going to be an outside month. It's a 1-3, and you got a little bit stuff in here to go after. Like I said, when you get these things that are screaming into the recent highs, just want to be aware of that kind of stuff. CTRL, nice month to the upside, inside month and ripping, and you got a little bit more room up here. It's also a combination because we have the weekly that reconfirms the monthly, and so that's why even in here last week it was monthing up, but if it stalls out, then you get that reconfirmation, the 1-2 to reconfirm the 1-2 monther, and that's what's happening right now. So we'll see how that goes. We got alarm, ripper, and alarm doing the creeper, and once again on the shorter term stuff you want to try and come off the low stuff here as opposed to going straight into the highs, but it is the outside inside 3-1-2 Chicago month ripper. Trannies, if we go to the trannies are inside month to the upside and trying to take all this stuff out, right? Some exhaustion risk, but FedEx, we've been watching this one for a while, and that's outside inside month to the upside, and on the weekly you're going to see this still creeping up this try here. So see if we can really start picking up some steam. Christmas is coming. United Airlines, the weekly hammer counter shooter and just going into recent highs. All right, but it is what it is because you can watch the airlines with that. American Airlines, nice bright green week to stay here, and it's been real tight. So it's finally starting to wake up just a tad, some of those airlines. Delta goes 3-2 week. Outside up, and now you're taking this up. You got some exhaustion risk, but it is what it is. So, all right. KSU is Rev Strat here, 1-2-2 with hammer. It just did what we wanted to do. It took this stuff out, so you got some exhaustion risk, but still in force. Go to UHS. UHS here, going 3-2 monther here for the rest of the month. So above this 126.50, we continue to look for signals like that. This was also earlier in the month. You got that 1-2 upper and now still trying to come up there, but it is 3-2 monther in bright green. URI starts off the week with a nice couple days here, and URI, somewhat hammer counter shooter. And see, the good thing is on this, you are exhausting this, but you got a lot of this stuff out if they really want to start cranking it, right? Because on the month here, I don't think it was inside, I think it's 2-2. Yes, it's 2-2 the upside, but you can see how it's been higher to go after stuff like that. And so this has had a heck of a few days here. 150, $8 up here. And so some people would never touch this. You did exhaust all this. You see this? But as the course of the week goes on, when it lines up to with full time frame continuity, you can still look for that. It might not be tomorrow. It might be Thursday or Friday. So just be aware of that. DXCM. DXCM holds the gap and keeps cranking, and the monthly going to look like this. And this is what you like with your time frame continuity, because something that is not changing into red anytime soon, right? So anytime you get the weekly to keep going, you're just looking for more signals to the upside. JCI 3-2 weaker, and nice move there. And once again, you took out some of this stuff, but it's been a lot higher in the past. So you just be at risk when you're going into the recent highs. But 3-2 weaker JCI. iRobot, nice few days here, still cranking. All right, so it ended the week like this and then kept cranking. Bright green month here, did what we were looking for it to do, taking out this. Now the question, we need to go after the all-time highs. We'll see. So with full time frame continuity, we'll be looking for shorter term setups. In the retail, you got Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply weekly. It's an inside week to the upside. You're just exhaustion risk. On the greater scheme of things, it has been higher, but you're trying to take out this at least, and that's 82.68, and you already took that out. So that signal still in force. Nike. Inside month, inside year, inside week up. Just exhaustion risk by going into the highs, but it is what it is. KSS, and this was good on the gap list this morning because we knew that KSS is inside year and up, inside month and up, and when it gapped down, it still was going to be holding a lot of that. And then, boom, you got your inside 60 to combine with the monthly, weekly, or the monthly and the yearly. So that thing's still hanging around the highs. That's still month and up. KSS retail. EDU, and one of the few, the pukin going towards the lows of the month. So the education and TAL joining that, going towards the lows of the month. And we're not seeing that in too many things here. So any weakness, certainly we can pounce on those guys. Home builder LGIH, and we got a couple other home builders, but LGIH coming close here. And watching this 3-1-2 weaker. I took it out a little bit, but we want to get outside of this. So LGH for the rest of the week, we'll be looking for setups above 58.48 with strength in the home builders. BILI, Billy Baru, and that did what it was supposed to. Rev Strat week. 1, 2, up, takes these guys out. Backs off a little bit later. But we'll see if this, so you can see how tight this triangle is. We'll see if that relines up to come after more of this stuff that's still in force. And the steels, RS is weekly. Hammer counter shooter still looking to come after something like this up at here, 92.64 with STLD. That's a little closer to take out this 45.63. Didn't quite do it, so you can keep an eye on those two with steals and tariffs and all that kind of stuff. Roku, inside week and up, you're still in the mother bar, so we're looking to still take a shot at taking this out. Like I said, you got exhaustion risk again because you're going toward the highs, which are bright green on the month. Inside week and up, Roku. DHI, home builders, finally holding on to this, and you can see it took that week and boom, held that top of the triangle. So you're inside week to the upside. DHI. HBAN with the strength of the KRE, slightly there. Weak and upper, you know, so it is what it is. So you can watch that with the other regional banks. Newell. Bottom picking special here. Still red on the month. All right, and you got a big mother bar to get out of. That would be an issue here. How are you going to get outside of this? Because right now it's still shooter month to the downside, but once again you can see it exhausted. It took out all that stuff. The question with Newell here is how are you going to get outside of this mother bar? You're not. All right, but you can play it from the long side. You got an outside day to see if that can keep creeping up. You've got AIG, and AIG coming up weekly. Here, tight range, but you can see the tight triangle here. Now you're starting to come back up on that, which gives you an outside month. All right, so the risk is inside month next month, but you are coming back up on that greater try on this thing here. Weaken up for AIG with Aon going Rev Strat 122 weaker up into here. Still some tight ranges, but we'll see. GameStop. And GameStop goes inside week and up, and that also is going to give you a month and up if there's any hope for GameStop coming out of the ashes there. Not bad. And so the way you'd play that, if you were just watching this thing, is right here. You got the 2 up, then the 2 down, and right here the 2-2 reversal to take both of that stuff out. So that's what I mean about using the triangles to go after things. You're not always going to go straight into the highs. Stop them out, use the 2-2 reversal, and that triggers the month and the week. HBI. HBI, mother bar issue. How are you going to get outside of this thing? All right? You're not, but you are inside week and up. You can respect that. You just got to be aware of that. TRCO, another mother bar issue. How are you going to get outside of this thing? It's also inside monther, but it is weak to the upside, and it is 3-1-2, so you can respect that on strength. American Express, inside week and up. Finally trying to get outside of this month. You can see it's like, yep, nope, yep, nope, yep, nope, yep, nope. So is this the one that's real? So far it is. It's inside week and up. You just got some exhaustion risk going into those highs. STX. And STX goes week and up. And so the question here is, You see this? Slightly took those guys out and couldn't take that out. So can we come ripping back through this stuff? We'll see on signals above that. And you can watch with this. Western Digi hasn't triggered yet. But if Western Digital can get over 65, 79, that would get my attention there. Ron. Inside week to the upside. And trying to take that monthly back green here. Potential for the hammer counter shooter month there, but you're weak and upper over this, and you're still in the mother bar, so you're still going to try and get out of that. Otherwise, you revert to a 1. What I mean by that, if we don't get out of this, 2 bars that revert into a mother bar of a 1, then revert into a 2 bar 1, right? Because you couldn't get out of that. It's still consolidating. That's important to remember. Etsy. Etsy, still mother bar issue, but you're outside of the inside week above 47.39. And you are still inside month to the upside, just exhaustion risk by going into the highs. Apron. Come on, man. Yeah, I know. But inside week and up is still in this mother bar if there's any hope. Ben in the financials. Mother bar issue, you're in there, but you are weak and up. Above 32.87. You still would be inside month, would be an issue as well. Northrop Grumman. Northrop Grumman mother bar issue, all right? But you go inside here, and the good part is you've already been in here, so you want to try and take this out. Right here, you're above 296.30, and you can watch that with the other aerospace defense names. Zion Bank Corp with the KRE gang going inside week to the upside, taking this stuff out. Now you'd want to come up here and do this on the month. Go 2-2 and take this out right here for some more power. 54.99, you're almost there. Hasbro. Hasbro looking inside month almost for sure, unfortunately, but you do go weak and up after trying to hold the gap. The problem is you already took this stuff out here. How can you go after that? Clovis, out of the ashes, Clovis. And Clovis is right on the month and a shooter at that. But it is trying to go 2-1-2 on the weekly back up above 35.77. Sippy Cup. SPPI 312 here above 2308. You can watch that with the bios. Bios been a little quiet, but we'll see. The trannies, you got EXPD 3-1. Now, how are you going to get outside of here? You're 3-1-2, but you can watch that with the trannies being month and upper, which is nice. So anything above 74.43 in the EXPD. Ulta. And Ulta mother bar issue still in here, but you're inside week and up here above 231.53. You can look for more on that. Ameriprise Financial. Tight triangle business here, but you are coming up on this. And you are inside week above 139.77. So this triangle here, you can see the lower lows and the higher highs. That's going to look like this on a daily. See this? Boom, 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 boom. There's your try. Now you got these guys to come after and see if you're strong enough for anything else. HRS. Stuck in here, but weekly upper to try and get outside of that. And JEC. JEC inside week and up, just trying to get outside of that stuff. Here and then stay up. The Cron, C-R-O-N. This is 3-2 week or up, but you already took this kind of stuff out, but it is still 3-2 week. The problem now is the daily. How you're not going to be an inside day tomorrow. CGC took care of business on that too, and it's the same problem. How are you going to get outside of this on the day, albeit you are 3-2 week, just exhaustion risk by going into the highs. TLRY, newer issue, but that's 3-2 week or up. You're just going into new recent highs. Once again, on the daily, then reconfirm what's the next two. Johnny John goes 2 up, but then comes back in for potential compound 3. It is 3-2 week or up, though, so we'll see what the next two is on that. Fit B. Barely taking the 3-2 weaker, but you can watch that with the KRE stuff. PTEN Energy. 3-2 upper, just not going very far. We got an oil number tomorrow. That's it is what it is. Xerox. Xerox is 3-2 weak to the upside. It's also inside month and upper. I wonder what they do. Anyway. SYF. Still handily inside month. But you are 3-2 week here. To come back up into the old 3, that's good. Potentially back into the old triangle. JetBlue and the airlines. 3-2 week are up, coming back up onto this stuff. Still would be inside month, but we'll watch that with the trannies and the airlines. PINC. And this thing took off like a cannon today, and that was nice on the, if I would have gotten that gap earlier. 3-2 weaker with the Momo hammer. You're just an exhaustion risk. But you are closer to taking that high out if they want to keep gunning it. Allstate. Insurance. 3-2 weaker up, still got some room for all-time highs. UPS, trannies. I thought that was short, but I guess it made it. Huh? Yep. 3-2 weaker up, and UPS used to be up into here, so still climbing the wall of worry. Ingersoll Rand. And the industrials, and you can see this try here. To the tick, but it is 3 to the upside if they want to try and break through there. Capital One. Capital One, 3-2 weaker. 2-monther, still got some room to all-time highs. KNX. Inside month for sure, right? So here's your mother bar problem. Trying to get outside of this. You can still watch it with the other truckers. It gets out of there, but when I talk about a mother bar problem, the compound 1 can crush you in here when it just starts reconsolidating. PVTL. And that's slight weaken up to the upside. The hopes is if that thing started moving, you get outside of this and you take the month, but we'll see. Alaska Air. Outside month and outside week to the upside both. Here, just a tight triangle business has been in for a long time. The daily looking like this, so you want to try and get outside of that. TERP, T-E-R-P. TERP, you can triangulate out weekly. 3-2 up to try and come back up into this stuff. If there's more in the tank. MHK. And MHK, mother bar issue too. How are you going to get outside of this stuff? But you are 3-2 to the upside. And so what happens when you have that mother bar issue is then you form and eventually you go inside month and then you get your 1. But, yeah, so and there's almost nothing on the downside because we've held all these gains or at least slightly on a Tuesday. So if we're going to start getting any of these weekly signals to the downside, that would be tomorrow if we can get any 2s to the downside in those Qs. And I'll talk about that in the nightly video if you join us. But for right now, you can see a lot of tight ranges and a lot of these things when they pop, they exhaust and they don't give us too much more. We can still look for the continuations if they're there. We want to be aware on the dailies of the broader averages, what's the next 2? Are they countering what we know to be true? And then see if what continues and what doesn't, because when you see those bright green months, those are the ones that kept going, right? And those are the ones we look after. And so some of these certainly are going to peter out. The ones that don't, that's what we're going to be left with by the end of the week. All right, that's going to do it for the Quant Edge Wheels in Motion show on Tuesday, August 21st. Also, remember to join me for the halftime show on the T3 Live Facebook at 12:30 Eastern, Monday through Thursday. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Ross with the Black Quant Edge VTF here at T3 Live.